Oh, hello. Welcome once again to Denton's Story Time. And what do I have for you today for your edification and entertainment? Well, I have the rainbow. Yes, the rainbow, that beautiful multicolored arch across the sky seen after rain. Well, it really puzzled early humans. Oh, yes, it really bugged them. Trying to figure out what it was. I mean, how it got up there and why it didn't fall down. There wasn't anything holding it up. It was just hanging there. Good questions, really, when you think about it. And so, as people did, they made up highly improbable stories about it, such as the one in the Bible, in which the rainbow is a sign of the covenant between God and Noah, or here in Ireland, where the rainbow became a fairy creation, so it did. Oh, yes, with a crock of gold at the end of it. Oh, yes, a lovely big crock of gold, to be sure. Shining lovely and golden it was. I suppose it would, since it was gold, after all. Though which end, I really don't know, since, well, a rainbow has two. Well, maybe a crock at both ends. Yeah, so, and the crock was guarded by a very touchy leprechaun. Well, I suppose two very touchy leprechauns wanted to attend to. Well, they didn't really need to guard the thing at all, since you can never get to the end of a rainbow, either end. Well, their guard duty must have been pretty boring, as well as totally pointless. Oh well. Of course, it wasn't either of those things, a divine covenant nor an indicator of golden wealth impossible to reach, guarded or not, by touchy little leprechauns. It is, of course, a natural occurrence that wasn't created by anybody in biblical or Old Norse times. It just sort of happened. It would have existed for millions of years from whenever the earth first had rainfall. Well, there wouldn't have been anybody around to see it, nor indeed any leprechauns, touchy or not, to unnecessarily guard it from all the people who didn't exist yet. The Old Norse, now they were very good, always very good at stories to explain things they didn't understand, and they didn't understand the rainbow one bit. No, not at all. So they called it the Bifrost, according to the prose Edda, and the Bifrost in the poetic Edda, the brilliant rainbow bridge that linked the realm of humans, Miðgarðr, with the realm of the gods, Ásgarðr. Its meaning is given by some as the shimmering path or the swaying road, from the Old Norse bifa, meaning to shimmer or to shake. Now they also called it the Ásgarðr, the bridge of the Asir, in other words, the bridge of the gods. And it ended in Ásgarðr at Himinbjörg. No crock of gold there, however. And that was the home of Heimdall, the god whose eyes never closed. No, always open, always watching, yes, always on the lookout. Yes, talk about insomnia, I ask you. But that suited him very nicely, you see, for he had a very important job, for which never closing his eyes was a great advantage. I mean, if there were any auditions going for the job, well, I mean, he had it hands down. See, he had the responsibility for guarding the bridge. Oh, yes. After all, I mean, you couldn't have the bridge to the realm of the gods just unguarded for any old Tom, Dick or Harry to wander across for a bit of sightseeing, now could you? But Heimdall, you see, he wasn't really there to stop any little touristic interest. No, not by a long way. He was guarding it against some really undesirable visitors. Oh, yes, the sort of persons you wouldn't be inviting round for afternoon tea, not by a long way. He would be scanning the horizon for any sign of fire giants. Oh yes, fire giants, great big lumbering flamey things, as well as normal giants. Well, as normal as the giant god, I suppose, called Jotnar. And also the army of the dead. Yes, well, I mean, you wouldn't want that lot coming around smelling the place up, and assorted other unwelcome things approaching to begin the end of the world, the great battle of Ragnarok. And then he clapped his orbs on that smelly, flamey bunch, lumbering in his direction. He would sound his mighty horn. Oh yes, his mighty horn, which would be heard across all of the 9 realms, and he would blow it mightily thus. Well, at least if he blew it a bit harder than I did. I've just got more puff in him than I do. Here we go again. It killed me. And that, you see, was to warn the gods that they were in really deep, well, what you might step in if you weren't careful walking around the couch, if you see what I mean. No, I just thought, no, but anyway. Yes, but you see, giants and dead things notwithstanding, it was a one-off event. I mean, they were only going to come once. We couldn't really do a sequel to the end of the world. I mean, it's over, it's gone. You can't really do it again. So it was a very handy job. Ragnarok probably wouldn't happen for years. If it did, he'd only have to blow the horn once. And he was working from home, as we'd say today. Plus, he had a plentiful supply of mead as a sort of, alcoholic fringe benefit, you might say. Odin, in fact, mentions how the warder of heaven does the good mead gladly drink. Well, I'm sure he did drink it very gladly indeed, since he wasn't paying for it. Eyes ever open or not. I just hope that he won't be unconscious on the floor, snoring off the after effects of the glad drinking of the good mead, as the fire giants and assorted nasty things sort of step over him to cross the Bifrost and attack Ásgarðr. To me, the idea of giving a sentry on duty what amounts to his own pub, it doesn't seem a very reliable arrangement somehow. It certainly wouldn't go down very well in the army, would it? I can just picture him there, with his eyes ever open, drinking the good mead. I'm on duty. I'm watching. Yes, I'm watching for fire giants. Great big flamey things, can't miss them. They don't get past me. No, nor all those rotten dead things. I'd smell them a mile away. Hundreds of them. Oh, they'll be pretty niffy, I can tell you. Yes, I'd smell them miles away. Yes, Heimdall on duty. Yes. Personally speaking, if I were Odin, I'd be a lot more confident if Heimdall became a teetotaler. Yes. Anyway, until the next time, I shall say goodbye for now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye for now.